How's it going, guys? In this video, I'm gonna unbox two of those waterproof dry bags that I bought for my kayaking. And in the next section of the video, tomorrow I'm going on a kayaking trip, so we're gonna use those bags, put it actually into test, and then give you guys an impression on what we think about the EarthPack waterproof dry bag. Okay, so as you can see, I bought two. So one is for me, one is for my wife, and it was on sale during Amazon Prime Day. I think I got each of those for like 18 bucks. So in total, $36. And the cool thing about this is I think a 20 liter. Yes, so this is a 20 liter bag, and the cool thing is it also comes with a waterproof cell phone case. Okay, so that's what I'm interested in, because a lot of other dry bags at this price range doesn't come with much. Okay, so this one does come with additional goodies, which is really nice. And again, those two are exact same size, so just different color. I want to show you guys some options, like maybe if you like a bright visible color, you could choose yellow, and if you like kind of like a low-key color, you could choose blue, but they have plenty other colors as well. Okay, so let's just I think the yellow is actually easier to see, so let's just use the yellow bag. But let's open it up. It does have the instruction. Basically, you roll the top 3 times. This is a roll top bag, 3 times, and then lock it. And that's how you use it. Most of the dry bags works this way. You got a 5-year warranty, which is pretty nice. Definitely keep your purchase invoice if you bought it on Amazon. Obviously, just find the email. Yeah, the 5-year guarantee, what it covers. So I guess if the bag, starts to leak, or it's got other issues that the stitching is coming off, you could always contact them and give it a try. If you guys had previous experience with the EarthPack customer service, do let me know in the comment section. I'm also interested in finding out. All right, so this is the whole size of the bag. Actually, it's fairly large actually. Comes with a strap, optional strap that you can actually put on the bag for easier carrying. And it also comes, again, this is what I'm interested in, a very nice iPhone waterproof case. Okay, there's instruction on using it, so let's take a look at those as well. Cool. And even this thing comes with a little cord, so you can actually hang it on your neck. But I'm not gonna do that because my life jackets have lots of pockets, so I could probably just leave this in the life jacket if I need to. But this is kind of fun. Again, nothing fancy. The stitching or like the entire construction of this case just feels very cheap. At least it's, it's free, right? So to open it, it says, it does have a instruction, but the instruction is very confusing. It doesn't tell you exactly how to open it. I couldn't understand. But I think it's okay. All right, so you pop this open, and that would probably separate this 2 piece. Once the 2 pieces is separate, you could drop your phone in here, and from the size of it, looks like it's gonna fit the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which I'm using to record, perfectly fine. But again, this is not a heavy-duty waterproof case. If you are looking for one of those, you might want to spend more money, but this works in a pinch to prevent the water from splashing onto the phone. But I don't know what's gonna happen if you actually drop this, or if you actually use it repeatedly. Those seams are not as heavy duty as one might think. Okay, so yeah, nice to have as an extra, but definitely don't count on this for waterproofness. And this is a strap, the strap actually. So I'm gonna show you guys. Once you put your phone in there, you're gonna again align those clips. It's kind of hard to do as well. Align those clips in here and then lock it. And again, this locking action is also not very confidence inspiring. It's a very light lock. So I don't know, again, waterproofness is questionable, okay? But definitely works in a pinch. And this is what the strap looks like. It locks onto here. The strap is plastic, so you can hang it on your neck or actually leave it somewhere like on the kayak so it doesn't get lost, okay? Let's look at the main bag. This is, again, there's a hooking point over here. So you could hook the bottom. Let's find the top. And you can hook one of those areas on the top, okay? So let's see. And let's roll it, do a test roll. 1, 2, and 3. So once you roll it, you are supposed to like turn this and lock it. But it looks like it wants you to lock this way. Is it? Because those D hooks on the other side, okay? Kind of hard to lock. All right, so that gives it waterproofness up to maybe 1 meter, 2 meters, maybe. The construction, this coating is definitely a lot thicker than this one. I believe it's TPU coated, and it does look like it's got some sort of fabric inside as well. So they use a fabric as a basic mold, and then they put a coating on top of that fabric to make this dry bag. Again, it's 20 liters. If you don't roll it 3 times, it seems like it's, you know, a very big bag. But as soon as you start rolling, the actual usable space becomes much less. So I have a few things I want to show you, which is what I'm gonna bring tomorrow in the dry bag. I'm gonna leave it just next to my legs, in between my legs while I'm kayaking. And I want this to be easily accessible. I think this is what they call the ditch bag for your kayak. So definitely you want easy accessibility for this bag. And I have a dry towel that I'm gonna put in here. Just try to get it as big as I can and see what kind of things it can hold. And I have some changeable clothes. I have some like underwear, socks, a t-shirt, and a short. So those are the changing clothes. I'm also gonna put in here, and some towel to wipe the kayak or wipe yourself if needed. I'm gonna put it in here. I have a backup goggle, swimming goggle, because I wear glasses, and if I do lose these glasses, I need something else that actually is prescription, and my swimming goggle is actually prescription, so I can use it in a pinch, okay? So I'm gonna put it in there. First aid kits, a whole bunch of like liquids, creams, alcohol, and a band-aid in case I scratch myself. And first aid, always have to have those, so I'm gonna leave it in there. And what else? And that's pretty much what I'm gonna have in my ditch bag. I returned my radio. I was about to get a marine radio. So usually you want 2 radios, 1 radio in your ditch bag as a last minute resort or last resort kind of a thing, and 1 radio always on you on your PFD. But it looks like, again, it filled just about halfway right here for whatever I need. And now I'm gonna actually roll it. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys can see. So roll it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And I could do a 4th roll. Okay, 4th time. And now I'm gonna come here and just lock it. Now there are some air in here. The best way to test to see the waterproofability would be just, I guess, press on it and see if the air is gonna dissipate very quickly, or there's no air escaping as quick as I thought. it's fully waterproof, okay? I don't hear any air escaping, and I actually created this nice shape. So in a pinch, this could work as a, I guess, a float device with actual air inside. So I could maybe even get even more air in here. So I'm gonna, I'll flip it. I'm gonna actually manually induce more air by actually just trying to blow in as much air as I can. And this way it's like a balloon, and I'm gonna again try to pinch it. So this way I introduced a lot of air and it's not coming out, okay? So it is dry and it is waterproof. If it does get into water, very unlikely, because I have a dry hatch, like a back hatch I could just leave in there for regular use, but in a ditch bag under my leg, in between my legs, I think it's gonna work. It's gonna work perfectly fine, okay? Remember this little thing. So if you need to carry it, obviously there are two D hooks. You could just position this and carry the bag like this for portability reasons, okay? Quite nice design actually. Now think of it, this bag, I have a very narrow kayak. This bag might even be a little bit too big for my needs. So I might get a 15 or 10 liter just in case, because it looks like I only filled half of this bag. So I needed, like, I think a 10 liter would probably fit for a emergency ditch bag situation. But a 20 liter definitely holds a lot of stuff. I think this is gonna be great for your actual hatch in the front and the back, okay? So yeah, let's just actually open up the blue one as well. Just a good time to test and make sure it doesn't leak. So tomorrow when I actually use it, I wouldn't want to discover the issue, actually on the water. That would be too late, okay? So let's see. What about I put this bag in that bag by just letting go a little bit of the air. By the way, it works really well. I'm actually quite impressed. It does have some marks once you try to fold it, and I would assume if you use it for a prolonged time, it actually is going to deteriorate around those folding areas. That's probably when you need a new bag, but otherwise I think it should last for a while. That we'll have to come back and do a long-term review to find out, compared to an initial unboxing and test out, okay? So again, this time I'm gonna actually get all the air out. I'm gonna show you guys what kind of stuff I stuffed in here, so you know the volume of this bag, okay? Quite a lot of stuff actually, okay? Now you could probably even fit like 2 to 3 towels in there if you want. Now this is all the stuff that I had in the dry bag. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so I have some random towel, I have some clothing, additional clothing, and I have a backup goggle, some more towels, first aid kit. And again, ideally you'll want a radio in the bag as well in case your kayak does capsize. Yes, capsize, and you roll over and your bag is floating around. You could get the bag and get the radio, ideally waterproof as well and floating, and call for help if you're kind of like in an inshore near the ocean situation, okay? But it does hold a lot of stuff. This is again only filled half of the 20 liter, and let me just quickly, I have some more stuff. Let's quickly put all those in a 20 liter bag, which is the blue one. I'm gonna test the water tightness really quick, and let's just do it on the camera. So put everything in there. And what else you could put in here? Probably like some additional batteries for your camera, your charger, and yeah, back up everything. And this is again the other 20 liter. I was only able to fill like half, not even half of it. And now I'm gonna actually make it filled with air, and I'm gonna roll it. 1, 2 rolls, 3 rolls, 3.5 rolls, and nope. So needs to let some air out. Okay. And all right, so we survived, and I actually flipped my kayak, and the entire kayak was backside up. The bag actually survived pretty good. Obviously, no water leak inside. It's gonna be dry because I haven't opened it, and the kayak is soaked. I have to use the pump to actually pump out the water in here. But my wife's kayak, because it's nice and wide, it was okay. So all in all, the dry bag survived perfectly fine. And if you have a bungee cord in the front, I think this is a great place to put your, dish bag, whatever, instead of leaving it in between your legs, okay? But if you don't have a bungee, if you don't have bungee cords in the front and back, then maybe put it in between your legs. And also use some sort of latch so the bag doesn't run away when you actually flip down. All right, so come to the conclusion. How did the 20-liter earth pack do during our today's kayaking section or session? I would say it actually did exceptionally well. I did flip my kayak and fall into the river. This was actually mounted on top of my kayak, and I have a sitting kayak, so it was submerged in water for a couple of seconds before I was able to actually flip the kayak back up. And it got wet on the exterior, and when I tried to grab all my stuff from the inside, it's bone dry and everything's super dry, so it did hold, it did keep the water out perfectly fine. And I think for the price, you just can't go wrong with a 20-liter dry bag. But I think for me, I might go with a slightly smaller dry bag, just because I don't really usually stuff 20 liters of stuff in here. So if you don't have a lot of stuff, I think a 10-liter or a 15-liter might be a better option, okay? We didn't try the cell phone case today because I just left my cell phone in the flotation device. But I think if you have the need, you absolutely don't want your phone to get wet, you could put it in the little bag that they provide. But our iPhone 14 is actually kind of water resistant, so we're not really that worried, and we didn't go to salt water, okay? So if I go to salt water, I might think about leaving my iPhone actually in one of those dry packs that I reviewed earlier. But this should sum up the video. I hope you guys found the video helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button or subscribe to my channel. And as we kayak more, obviously we'll have more kayak related contents coming out for you guys in relation to the gears, in relation to the safety and other kind of fun stuff. All right, so thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.